Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of August 29th. We're going to jump right in here, Gemini. We're going to take a look at your current, just your general energies, I should say, for the month of September. This deck's all messed up, so I don't read reversals. But next, we're going to look at the unexpected, that could be anything unexpected that could be happening for you this week. I love 2 6s. 2 6s to me says you're on the right path, so love it. Next, we're going to look at what you need to know for your highest good at this time in this next row. And both of those definitely wanted to come out. And then at the end, we're going to look at, well, I didn't want to take that, but we'll take it. We're going to look at your next actions for this week as well in this last row. On top of all that, we're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards at the end. So I will give you time to think of your questions if you have any. You have this koala spirit. It says spirit has a plan. Pretty much everything in your reading is saying to me that you're kind of on this destined path or whatever you want to call it, and you are moving in a certain direction. I feel that there's a lot of kind of, I wouldn't call them like lucky breaks or anything like that, but I would say like a little bit of everything. Spiritual flat tires. I feel like you could be seeing, so like good things and bad things. Spiritual flat tires that are steering you in certain directions. Maybe a tower moment that probably isn't that big of a deal. Leading you in new directions, but also things like repeating numbers and people appearing in your path. This all shows up here in this reading. So I feel like you are kind of in a destined time. What I would say to you is that the Ace of Pentacles really is much more practical than what I just said. Ace of Pentacles says the reason these things are happening is actually because you're on the right path, because you're moving in the right direction. So sometimes when I think when we're in the flow, there might be things that happen like tower moments that seem like it's trying to pull us out of the flow, but it's actually not. Just keeping us in the flow, keeping us moving in the right direction. And I kind of get that energy overall with this koala spirit that you are being led away from things that are toxic, even if it seems like a tower moment at the time. I feel for others, and I also, again, I feel like there are plenty of good things that are happening in your life that are really, keeping you in this flow energy. I like this quite a bit for you, Gemini. You have the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, in the 4 of Pentacles. The Page of Swords, I do get something about children here, by the way, so some of you could be dealing with legal situations involving children. I might have said this to you recently. For others, I kind of feel like a situation involving children could be preventing you from making a change that you want to make as well. If I'm being honest, I really don't have any good advice. I would just trust the advice of a lawyer. Obviously, if you're in that situation. King of Swords. King of Swords to me always says that there's a person who can solve your problem very quickly, and it's usually an expert. So if you're dealing with something legal, for example, a lawyer. If you're dealing with something medical, a doctor, right? I would find an expert, and it could be any gender. Just because they're showing up as a king doesn't mean gender. I feel like it could be any gender, but it's a person who knows a lot that could probably solve a problem on a decision that you're trying to make. 2 of Pentacles with that King of Swords. So definitely popping into man. Sorry, my camera might have just turned off there, Gemini. Next, you have the Hierophant. So I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of undergoing some changes with the Hierophant. I feel like you've been learning a lot. I also feel like you're kind of figuring out what type of life you want to live. The Hierophant, he kind of represents inside the box thinking. He represents traditional beliefs and, inside the box thinking. And I feel some of you are trying to decide, not necessarily like you're creating a box for yourself, but I feel like you're just trying to decide what kind of life you want to live with this card. And I feel like you're hoping for blessings as well. You have the 4 of Pentacles. For some of you, I feel like you could be holding on to something for security purposes. I would kind of be careful of that with the 4 of Pentacles, but I do also feel kind of good about this 4 of Pentacles because I feel like he's talking about increasing your finances. So I do feel a lot of you could be making more money, or you could be doing the things you need to do to improve your finances at this time. I do feel with the Hierophant that education would be extremely beneficial for you. So anything you're trying to improve or fix or grow, learning about it could be helpful. Let's see what's going on here. With that Page of Swords, I feel if this is involving children, it is a cycle that it kind of needs to come to an end here. Like, I'm not telling you what to do, obviously. I don't think tarot should tell you what to do. But I just get this cycle, either involving children or a child. If you don't have children, then I feel like this is talking about needing to get to that King of Swords, going from the Page of Swords to the King of Swords. So what the hell does that mean? Well, if you don't have children, that would mean that maybe in work or business, you kind of have a certain base level of knowledge and you need to bring it up to that next level so that you can be more successful, right? So it could represent, kind of going deeper in your business or learning more about your career so you can take it to the next level. But I feel like something has been spinning, like with that Wheel of Fortune, and it's like time to, move on to the next level, basically. With the Hierophant, you have the Nine of Swords. See, I feel like you don't want to be in a box here, Gemini. I'm a Gemini moon. I totally get it, Gemini. I feel like you maybe don't want to be in a box. I feel like maybe you don't want to be kind of labeled as anything. And even in love, it's like maybe you don't want the traditional love thing that, some people want, right? And so definitely something you're thinking about for whatever reason. I don't know, we're going to have to look into that maybe. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. You have the Six of Swords twice, which is moving on to calmer shores. So some of you could be going through a rite of passage as well. The Hierophant can represent like a rite of passage. And the Six of Swords can also represent some sort of rite of passage. You have it twice, Six of Swords, going this direction. Basically, the universe saying I meant what I said, going to the Two of Pentacles and the King of Swords. If you're trying to make any decisions, if you're wondering, do I leave everything behind to go start over somewhere else in some area of my life, I would say that King of Swords is your answer. There's two options with the King of Swords. Find an expert, like I said. Could be a friend or a family member that you look up to who can give you good advice. Could also be learning. Like I said, Hierophant, King of Swords, education, more or less. So it looks like some of you are trying to make a difficult decision at this time or trying to make a decision in general because you want to end some sort of cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you want more luck in your life. I feel like I kind of get so many things on that Wheel of Fortune. It's pretty crazy, actually, Gemini. I feel some of you, it's like, you see something as a gift maybe, or your 10 of Cups could be like maybe you're trying to decide between two relationships or whether or not you want to have a relationship or a business. I have all these things rushing around. Typical Gemini reading, right? And that King of Swords is really saying to me that like learning about it will be the thing that kind of sets you free, but also getting some, maybe finding an expert could be beneficial as well. But that Wheel of Fortune, I almost feel like you don't want to make a decision that's also going to make you unlucky. Maybe you see something like a person has your 10 of Cups, but you're also like, but also, is it going to ruin my luck? Is it going to do something? I feel like that's a little bit dramatic, but I don't know. Let's look into it. You have this Red Garden card here, and I feel for some of you that you, number one, need to kind of focus on things that bring you joy with this card and happiness. I feel maybe things are a little bit too serious. So I would focus on happiness and joy. I would focus, I'm kind of getting magician vibes on this card. The magician normally has the flowers in front of him on the magician card, and that's what he focuses on to manifest the things that he wants in his life. He knows that he has to be in joy, love, and abundance to attract joy, love, and abundance. So he focuses on those things. And I feel like you need to focus on what you want in your life. You have the Six of Cups, the Six of Swords, and the High Priestess. Again, two sixes, definitely you being on the right path. So I feel like you are moving in the right direction. I do feel like there's something that you hold close to your chest here with the Six of Cups. I am not getting the traditional Six of Cups energy here. For some of you, I feel like you could be thinking about your children. Like I said, I also feel you could be thinking about something from the past, but I feel like this is something that you see as very special. The Six of Cups is, and again, that if it's children, that would make sense, of course, but Six of Cups is like a gift from the universe, and I feel some of you see, it could be like an experience or a situation that you see as a gift from the universe. The problem is the Six of Swords. Even though the Six of Swords is a good card, I feel like you're saying, like, how do I get there? I feel a little bit stuck in the mud here as well. You can see that this ferryman in the back of the boat, he has this long stick that he uses to push the boat across the choppy waters. And for some of you, I feel like you feel a little stuck in the mud as far as making a choice or decision is concerned. Because again, maybe you would have to make a big sacrifice to make a decision. Maybe you have a job, but you want to be in your business, but maybe your boss is like, I'm not going to let you work here and have a business. So maybe you're like stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're like, I need money, but do I take the risk? Do I take the risk to quit? Maybe you have a business, but you don't really like it and there's something better. I feel a million things for you, Gemini. For others, it's like maybe you want love, but maybe there's some obstacles to having that love in your life. So a big decision here is going on. I feel like you need to trust your intuition, for sure. The problem with the High Priestess, number one, this could be a decision involving a Pisces as well, or it could just be saying trust your intuition. But what I would say the problem with the High Priestess is that there is no good answer because you have to go through the experience to get the answer. You know, she has that tapestry behind her, and it basically says the outcome is a mystery. So again, exactly what you are worrying about, could be the thing that you are worrying about. You could be saying, I want to make this change. I want to start this business. I want to start this relationship, but I'm afraid that if I get into it, it's going to ruin my luck, or it's just going to be a repeat of the past situation. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Cups. That could be another fear that you're having. And again, it doesn't matter what this is, love or otherwise, could be business for a lot of you. And again, the problem is like, do I risk having a tower moment again? Those are the words that I'm getting on the High Priestess. Here's the thing that I'll tell you, just jumping ahead, right? We'll go here, High Priestess, Ten of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. I mean, amazing. Fortune after difficulty, wishes, success, major opportunity. Even if we go this way, Ten of Cups, Knight of Wands. A new adventure in your life, something much better. So it's definitely kind of, I feel this is leaning towards taking the boat with the Six of Swords. I feel like it's leaning towards you making a decision to go towards something new. With the Six of Cups, you have the Five of Wands, conflicted. We already know, basically everything I just talked about, competition, conflict, creating conflict in your life. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say that a decision you're making isn't going to cause some sort of conflict either. It's like if you're deciding, I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to go start my business, it's like you might be dealing with a boss who doesn't want you to do that. Who cares? And you might also be dealing with family members who are calling you crazy for doing it in the first place, right? But what I would say here is that I feel that nobody who's ever done anything great has played it safe, right? In a lot of ways. So you could be taking a major risk. And I'm not going to say it's not a risk, right? But at the same time, I feel like you understand that you want to do something greater with your life. And I feel a lot of you feel that pull. With the Six of Swords, you have the Eight of Swords, needing to set yourself free, stuck in the mud. Exactly what I was saying as well. So for some of you, this is about needing to set yourself free. I feel like you need to realize that you're much more free than you realize. She just has to lean up against those swords. And if she does that, she could take her blindfold off and she would see things very clearly. So she would see that she's not trapped. She would also see, the whole story of the Eight of Swords is that she would also see that there's no one there keeping her trapped. The whole point is that she feels there are maybe people that are keeping her stuck in those swords, but there aren't. So I feel like you need to realize that you're much more free than you realize. With the High Priestess, you have the Nine of Cups, wishes, wish fulfillment. I feel like you know that something is very good for you. I feel like you know that something would be very abundant for you as well. So, I would definitely go for it here. Next, in the area of what you need to know for your highest good, you have this Serendipity card. And like when I put this card down, I got so much stuff on this card, as I was saying at the beginning of the reading. I feel there are like spiritual flat tires. I feel there are lucky moments. I feel there are just, confirmation messages, pretty much everything you could possibly imagine happening for you. Feels like a very magical time for you, Gemini, not just this week, but I would say, the next few months, maybe between now and the end of the year. I feel there's just like moment after moment happening. Maybe you see the same repeating number, you have some spiritual flat tires, like I said, some other things. I wouldn't panic with those spiritual flat tires. Maybe it's literally a flat tire that you get. It could be other things as well, like things not working out. But all this is just the universe working for you. This is a 4-leaf clover. I feel like it's a very lucky time for you, and I really feel no matter what is happening, the universe is working for you, not against you. And I would even be saying those words to yourself. I feel it'll just make you feel better. You have the Two of Pentacles, King of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and the Tower. Again, I feel that this is pretty simple. I feel it's saying if you're trying to make a decision that there are experts, or multiple, plural, or one expert, someone in your life who can help you. For some of you, you might have to find this person. For some of you, you already know who this person is. That Two of Pentacles is really you weighing your options, I feel. The Two of Pentacles, I also feel, is encouraging you to pick the energy that is more fun, Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard, but kind of not accurate tarot, but intuitively, I feel like the Two of Pentacles is saying, if you're trying to make two decisions, what is going to lead to more fun in your life? What do you actually want to do just because you want to do it, right? And this goes for business or work. Like, let's say you quit someone out there is clearly quitting a job for a business. And it's like, let's say that you're not going to make any money in the business for 2 years. Can you do that and still be happy with that decision? And if the answer is no, then maybe you shouldn't do it, right? But if the answer is yes, because you truly want to do it, then I feel this is going to be your result right here. Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness, happy home, happy family, you're happily ever after, right? So I really feel that this happily ever after energy is available to you. This is an energy of total fulfillment and happiness. So I feel there's a lot of happiness coming in for you with this 10 of Cups as well. With the Tower, again, I don't really see this as a bad thing. For some of you, I feel like you've already had a Tower moment in your life, some sort of sudden shock or upheaval. I feel like there was like a quick decision that was made, maybe to quit your job or to leave a relationship, or maybe you're deciding to move very quickly. But, in a lot of ways, I feel this is a grounding experience. These people are falling back down to the ground so that they can be grounded in reality. That's why the Tower is necessary in life. We will always experience Tower moments. To me, the Tower is not a bad card because it is necessary. If we didn't have the Tower, things would just always be the same in our life, right? So we have to have the Tower. And again, I feel like this could be part of the spiritual flat tires and things like that. With the King of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles. And, again, King of Pentacles is a card of stability. It's also a card of things being the same for too long. So again, I feel like exploring new options in your life would be very beneficial. But I also feel like it's saying like, pick the new path because it's going to be something new. With the 10 of Cups, you have the Hermit, another card of a rite of passage. You have 1, 2, well, technically 3, but 6 of Swords comes up twice. So 4 cards of going through a rite of passage. Some of you could be experiencing Dark Night of the Soul, type of energy right now. I feel like you're coming out of the darkness with this energy. With the Tower, you have the 8 of Cups walking towards fulfillment. I've never seen the 8 of Cups so many times in readings. All the September readings had the 8 of Cups. So for a lot of you, I feel like you're walking away from things clearly that no longer serve you. I also feel like you're putting your energy and your emotions into things that do serve you. And that's what you are focusing on at this time with the 8 of Cups energy. Love it. Next, in the area of, sorry, I keep forgetting, the area of your next actions, you have the Elephant, and you have this Go the Distance card. The Elephant in this deck is another card of luck. And the Go the Distance card, I feel like, is saying, go all the way. Experience something all the way through, right? Experience something new in your life. And I feel like going the distance is going to pay off. I feel like it's going to be a very lucky situation for you as well. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. I feel there's a lot of financial success coming in for you. I also feel this is like a new opportunity that is going to be growing in your life. And it's whatever is behind that High Priestess, whatever you just have intuitive feelings about. I feel like you need to move towards it. There are mountains here, and the mountains in the tarot represent accomplishments. So again, I feel like whatever you're thinking about is probably going to be a major accomplishment. I also feel it's going to lead to a lot of fulfillment, which we've already talked about, and just good feelings. And I also feel that it's going to be quite the adventure with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is like the opposite of the King of Pentacles, Knight of Wands wants to have experiences. He wants to be excited by things. He wants to, have desires and all that other stuff. So much more exciting experiences are coming in for you for sure. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. Hangman says, coming up right next to that King of Swords as well. Hangman is about learning, experiencing, gaining knowledge and wisdom. He's sacrificed the use of his arms and his legs so that he can gain some knowledge and wisdom so he can make a decision. But I feel like now is the time to make a decision with this energy. That's what this whole entire reading is about. With the 9 of Cups, you have the 8 of Wands, quick success. That's the thing as well. I've been noticing in a lot of these readings that it seems like if we're on the right path, 2 6s, that things are going to happen quickly. I think people need to realize that it's not really quickly, right? It kind of reminds me, if you've ever heard stories of like people who are overnight success, they will say it's like one day I wasn't successful, the next day I was, but really they worked for it for a very long time. So it might seem like things are happening quickly, but really I feel like these are things that you've worked for a very long time, and you're just ready. You're just ready for the energy, and that's why it seems like it's happening quickly. But again, really, I feel this is something that you've earned, something that you've worked for, these successes. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Fool, taking a leap of faith. This whole entire reading is about you taking a leap of faith, Gemini. Pretty freaking simple, and I feel you will be happy that you did. So I say go for it. I say leave the comfort zone and take a leap of faith at this time. But pretty powerful stuff. We're going to pull 3 yes or no question cards here, Gemini. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3 right here. Feel free to pause this reading if you need time to think your questions, but 1, 2, and 3. For question number 1, you have the Fool. Take the leap of faith. Are you kidding me? Yes. Do it. For question number 2, I would say yes, stick to the plan. I also feel like some of you could be dealing with an Aries here, but I would say yes, For question number 3, I would say yes, follow your heart. She values her emotions over everything else. She truly values how she feels. And I feel like you need to follow your feelings here, Gemini. But damn, Gemini, this is probably one of the better readings I've done for you in a while. Definitely, there's an element of, divine guidance or whatever you want to call it. But I really like this because I feel like it's going to end in fulfillment for you. So love it. Thank you for being here. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.